in a 111 in the chat box. Let me see a 111 in the chat box. If you want him to come up live, if you want to see how the market is expected to react this week, drop in a 1-1 in the chat box. Let me see the 1-1 coming in. Let's celebrate this superstar. Xavier, thank you for everything that you've been doing in this community. We super celebrate you. We love you. We appreciate your consistency. Thank you for always being there. Thank you for hand-holding everyone. Thank you for teaching the community on how to trade forex. Guys, this is a big market. This is the biggest, market when it comes to financial markets. People are winning, lives are changing with just this skill set. So I'll be passing it on to the superstar who will be analyzing the market this evening. I remain Shampepeze, the Forex Lady Boss. Superstar, if you're there and you can hear me, please, can you take it away, right away from me, superstar?
Yeah. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. Trust you're all doing great. So, like the Forest Boss Lady said, this is our first analysis for the year. And I'm wishing all of us a wonderful year filled with a whole lot of profits. This year is going to be a very different one because we are back strong. We are hitting the market real hard. Okay, you guys just have to be ready and expect the very best from us. Expect the very best from us. Okay, so I'll be sharing my screen shortly. I'll be analyzing the dollar index and Euro USD as usual. So pay attention to this and grab something. I'll be sharing my screen right now. So we just all have to. Okay. Please, Pab FX, can you mute?
Oh, sorry. I can mute.
Okay, now.
All right. So I'll be sharing my screen now. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes, we can see your screen. Yes, we can.
Okay, all right. Let's switch to the dollar index. DXY. So I'll be removing all drawing. Okay. All right, so this is the chart of dollar index, which is DXY. Now, with the DXY helps us to know the strength of dollar, to know if dollar is going to be strong or to know if dollar is going to be weak. So this is a monthly time frame on the dollar index. This is a monthly time frame on the dollar index. So looking closely to this dollar index, I can see this external drawn liquidity here, right? That price is yet to take out this monthly external drawn liquidity. And looking closely again, I can see the internal drawn liquidity, which is this. So let's go down to the weekly time frame and see what we are going to get from the weekly time frame. But before I move down to the weekly time frame, last year, if you have been following our analysis last year, I talked about this monthly gap here, which price have reacted to. Each price I've reacted to. So let's see what we'll get from the weekly time frame. Now, looking at the weekly time frame, it's quite unfortunate that price didn't really move last week. Price didn't really move last week, even with the NFP and the CPI. This was last week. This candle was last week. So from last week, we can see this weekly gap here. Oh, I have to mute. Okay. So going to label this weekly FVG. Weekly FVG. And I don't need this anymore. I have to delete. So now price is going, for me, price is going for this external drawn liquidity here, which is sell stop liquidity. Sell stop LQ. So like I always tell you guys, price moves from one liquidity level to another liquidity level. Price moves from external to internal, or from internal liquidity to external liquidity. So what I mean by internal liquidity, I have my fair value gaps, I have my liquidity voids, and external liquidity, I have my previous day high, previous day low, equal highs and equal lows. Those are my external drawn liquidity. So the dollar index price closed last 2 weeks, price closed below. You see this candle, price closed below, and last week price closed below. So hopefully I want to see a push to the downside on the dollar index. I want to see something like this happen on the dollar index. For us to take out this sell stop liquidity resting below here. So going down to the daily time frame, let's see what we're going to get from the daily time frame. So from the weekly, we've already seen our weekly bias for the week. That price is going down. The price is going down. So let's check the daily. Now looking at the daily, I can see multiple rejections here from the daily. Multiple rejections here. The 4 hours. So from the 4 hour, I have this 4 hour drawn liquidity here. I have this 4 hour drawn liquidity, DOL. Let's label this H4 DOL, H4 DOL. So last week I was thinking that this is going to move down after seeing this stop hunt here happen. After seeing this stop hunt, I was expecting a down movement, but that didn't happen. But price is still within this our 4 hour, within this our 4 hour fair value gap here. So price is within this our 4 hour fair value gap. So it's been ranging here since last week. No clear movement in the market last week. Going into this week, I'm a bit confident that price is going to go down this week after multiple ranges from last week. And look at what happened. This price closed below this 4 hour gap here. So this 4 hour AVG is still holding price. Going down to the 1 hour. Going down to the 1 hour, I can see this stop hunt here. A little this SH. SH simply means stop hunt. Level this SH, and I can clearly see this market structure shift. So this high still remains valid. This high still remains valid, and this lower low still remains valid, right? Because price have not broken this, and price have not broken this high. Price is still within our 4 hour gap. So this week, I'm expecting to see something like this play out. Until we take out this 4 hour drawn liquidity. Until take out this 4 hour drawn liquidity. But if I'm able to get an entry on EURUSD, that means I will hold this until this daily drawn liquidity is taken out. I'll be able to hold until this weekly drawn liquidity is taken out. That is my plan for DXY and EURUSD. So remember how we got to this point. We started from the monthly. Yeah. Started from the monthly down to the weekly, and looking closely, I just saw something now. Looking closely to this monthly DXY, you can see this inversion here. You can see this inversion here, right? So there's what we call CB turn to BC, right? CB simply means sell side inefficiency, and BC simply means buy side inefficiency. So this candle here, this is a BC, see the gap, was meant to hold this candle to help push it up into the 50% of this monthly gap, but that didn't happen. Instead, this closed below this BC, giving me an inversion, which I'm expecting to hold price until we take out this sell stop liquidity resting below here. So we started from the monthly down to the weekly, where we saw this gap that price closed below. From the weekly, we'll move down to the daily. This is how you do a proper top-down analysis. This is how you do a proper top-down analysis to see the direction of the market. You can't just open your chart and go straight to the 5 minutes and buy or sell. You're doing yourself no good. You have to start from the weekly. Sorry, you have to start from the monthly time frame down to the weekly, to the daily, to the 4 hours to see the bigger picture and to know what you're expecting from the market that week. All right, and that's what we just did now. So we'll move down to 4 hours, where we got this 4-hour gap here. Where we got this 4-hour gap here, the price is still ranging within it. We'll move down to the 1 hour. So in 1 hour, we saw our stop points and market structure shift. We saw our stop points and market structure shift. So price is within this zone. Hopefully this week, I want to see the DXY drop down. That is my bias on DXY this week. I'm expecting a sell on DXY. And if DXY is going down, which means EURUSD will be going up. So this will take us to EURUSD. Let's see what we get from EURUSD. We'll have to start from the monthly. I'm removing all this. So EURUSD monthly. There is a whole lot of information on this monthly time frame. You guys should please pay attention. I can see this. I can see this buy stop liquidity resting above here. Level this buy stop. Buy stop LQ. That's our number one. That's our number one. And what else am I seeing here? I can see this inversion. The price I've already tested. Can see this monthly inversion here. The price I've already tested. I need to mute some people now. Okay. So from the monthly now, I'm expecting price to go up. Reason being that I have this inversion. Price tested it with this candle. You can see the wick of this candle inside this inversion, right? That's my number one confluence that EURUSD, I should be expecting buy movement on EURUSD. So let's go down to the weekly. Now going down to the weekly, you can clearly see the retest of this inversion. And clearly see the retest of this inversion, and using the normal higher highs, higher lows, and all that. I can see my higher high here, higher low, higher high, right? So I have to delete this. I don't need it. Now, what else am I seeing from the daily on this Euro USD? I can see this other block here. I can see this other block, weekly OB. I can see this weekly other block here. Right? What happened? This candle failed to invalidate this other block, which means this other block is still strong because this candle closed above it. This was last 2 weeks, and last week too, didn't really do anything. That's my number 2 confluence. So going down to the daily, what am I seeing from the daily? Looking to mute you now, like Clayton's iPhone. So looking at what happened here, I see this higher high, higher low, higher high. And what happened? Price broke this. Price broke this low here. So instead of this gap here to hold price, to push price down, that didn't happen. Instead, turning this gap now to fair value gap inversion. Turning this gap to fair value gap inversion. Now, what is happening inside here? A whole lot of ranges from last week. Price didn't really do anything last week, both the CPI, so that's my number 3 bias that should be expecting buy movement on Euro USD, while I'm expecting a down movement on the dollar index. So going down to the hourly chart, let's see what we get from the 4 hours. So from the 4 hour, I can clearly see the stop points here from 4 hour, right? You can see these stop points here from 4 hour. What does that show me? I should still expect a buy movement on Euro USD. Now, mind you, all these things are happening inside the inversion. I think I have to level this daily inversion. Daily IFG. Still happening inside our daily IFG. So we'll go down to hourly time frame, which is the 1 hour. Let's see what we're going to get from the 1 hour. So from the 1 hour tells us gives us a whole lot of information with this structure shift here. With this structure shift, I need to make this a bit perfect. So let's label MSS. MSS simply means market structure shift. And I have this. Oh, I have to, Hilary, I'm muting you now. And this is our SH. So going back to the 4 hour, there is something I missed in this 4 hour. I have to zoom in closely. So when you are analyzing, there are some certain things you need to pay close attention to. How price reacts to that place. You need to pay close attention to it. Seeing this candle now, there is a gap here. Its price never for one day closed below it. Never for one day closed below it. That's a strong one. So we need to pay attention to it. We need to pay a very close attention to it. You see this 4 hour gap here. After everything that happened, price came down up to this level and closed within the 4 hour gap. This one closed, this one closed, this one now closed above it. Price came back to it, closed above it. So this is a strong information for me to expect the up movement on Euro USD. So every details that you're seeing, you need to pay attention to all these candles because, hold on, because they will give you all the information you're looking for. They will give you all the information you're looking for. So this week, I just hope that price is going to move this week. Then my first target will be this 4-hour drawn liquidity here. My first target will be this drawn liquidity here. This external DOL. I need to level that. H4 buy stop. LQ. Okay, I'm meeting you now. All right. So on the dollar index, kindly post this record version for revision. All right. I will post it to the group. I'll post the recorded version to the group. All right. So on DXY, I'm expecting a down movement on DXY, and Euro USD, I'm expecting an up movement on Euro USD. And please, don't just jump into the market. Don't just because you have data on your phone or because you have some money in your account and you feel like pressing buy or pressing sell. No, there's what we call FOMO. This week, don't allow FOMO to get to you. The full meaning of FOMO is fear of missing out. Don't allow FOMO get to you. Always wait for the perfect time to buy or to sell any particular assets. Always wait for the perfect time. Don't chase price. Don't chase price. Just have to calm down and wait for price to come to you before you take action. There is this example I used to tell my students. If you are in a bus station, let's say you're traveling, you're in a bus station, and before you get to the station, your bus already left. What will you do? You have to wait for another bus to come, right? You won't start running after that bus that left. No, that would be very crazy. You just have to wait for another bus to come. That same thing applies to this market. If you missed an opportunity, just chill. Thousands of opportunities are going to come. Just chill. Always wait for price to show you a footprint before you take action. All right? Always wait for price to show you or to give you a footprint before you take action. Don't use because of you have data on your phone, you have $100 in your account, you want to press buy and sell. Bro, you're doing yourself no good. In trading, in Forex is 80% waiting and 10% execution. I'll repeat myself. Forex is 80% waiting and 10% execution. So guys, this comes to the end of my weekly analysis today on Euro USD and the DXY. All right, I'll be handing over to the boss herself, Forex Lady Boss. I'll be handing over to her to continue right stuff. Forex Lady Boss, are you with me?
Right away, right here. I'm right here with you. Thank you so much, Xavier, for this wonderful call. Thank you. I know a lot of persons on the call will have questions. So you didn't ask them for questions. So let's get to answer their questions before we close the call.
You're welcome, Kene. So if you have any question, ask your question. Okay, Pab
FX, yes.
Yeah, good evening, bro.
Good evening.
Yeah, I want to ask, do we have anything like back office that we can still check on this your review again?
I'm recording the session, so I'll always drop the recorded session to the group. You can always go back to it and watch.
But sorry, I'm novice with this broker. I'm not in the group also.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
You can reach out to Forest Lady Boss, or you can reach out to me on
Okay,
WhatsApp.
all you need to do is chat Xavier. Drop your number so that he can add you to the group. Drop your number with Xavier so that he can chat with you and add you to the group.
All right. And boss, secondly, did the broker trade both index and the other currency?
Yes, we have CFDs, we have stock, we have crypto, and we have other currencies.
All right, bro. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I can see a question from the chat.
Nobody said we should start trading. They have not even funded their account. So what are you going to use to fund it? At least when you're coming to a group.
So, Kenneth, you asked, how do I spot other block in a chart, right? We have, can you hear me? Please unmute yourself. Unmute yourself.
Yes, boss, I can hear you. I can hear you, sir.
Okay, now we have two types of order block. We have the bullish order block and the bearish order block. The bullish order block is the last sell candle before the up movement, while the bearish order block is the last buy candle before the down movement. Okay?
Okay, sir. All right, sir. Okay.
All right.
Yes, sir. I heard you. Thank you very much. That you said the last, okay, the bullish is the last sell candle, right?
Hold on,
before the up movement.
Let me share my screen and give you an example.
Okay, sir.
So this is a bullish order block. This is the last sell candle before this up movement. This is the last sell candle before this up movement. Okay. That's a bullish order block.
Yes. Okay, sir. All right. Okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. So please, if you have...
Okay, do we have other questions? So that we can round up the call. Do we have other questions?
What is MSS from your chart? Okay, MSS simply means market structure shift. Market structure shift. That means, okay, this is, let's take for example, we have a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, right? When you see a higher high, you should be expecting another higher low, but instead, price broke the previous higher low we have. Thereby, we'll now have a higher high and a lower low. So that break of structure is what we call market structure shift. And now shifting from the up movement to the down movement. Is that correct? Are you okay now? All right. Okay, all right. So,
okay, guys, go ahead.
No, I'm okay, I'm done.
Okay. So guys, if you're happy with this session, let's celebrate Xavier in the chat box. Drop a 111. If you want to see Xavier next week, same time, same link, analyzing the market, showing us his own bias, how the market is expected to react this week. Thank you, Kenneth. Drop in a 111. Let's celebrate this guy. Let's celebrate this superstar. Let me see the 111 coming in. If you really want to see Xavier next week, thank you. Thank you, Chair. I can see the 111 coming in. Hillary, thank you. Xavier, you can see the 111 coming in. That's to tell you that they've not had enough of you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for coming up on the call. And like Xavier said, thank you, Ellie. It keeps coming. Thank you, Jacob. See it coming. See the 111s coming in. So all you need to do is to trade carefully this week, guys. Please trade carefully. Traders are like snipers. We wait for the market to come to us. Stop chasing the market. Stop having itchy fingers because you want to trade. Stop having itchy fingers. We are out to cash out big time this year. In the group, we'll be dropping, the daily analysis of the market, how the market is expected to react. We'll be dropping a lot of trades. So when the trade has passed, just wait for another trade to come. Stop having itchy fingers to trade the market. Be like a sniper waiting for the market to come to you. Want to make more money this year, want to go harder, want to go big, want to go harder. So all you need to do is to stick to all the rules that we have been teaching you guys. Stick to them so that we can make money. Thank you for celebrating, Xavier. Xavier, thank you for coming up on the call to show us your own bias on the market. And guys, there's a disclaimer. This is our own bias of the market. This is our own bias of the market. You can also have your own bias on how the market is expected to react because traders see the market from different angles. So this is our own bias on how the Euro USD and the DSY is expected to react this week. I celebrate everyone on the call. I celebrate all the superstars on the call. Thank you, guys. Let's do this next week again.
All right. So, guys, before I forget, I want to show you guys. If you're in Abuja or wherever you are, can you guys see my screen? So, Capital Extend Africa, we are having a 1 month free Forex training. 1 month free Forex training. Okay, if you're in Abuja, you can come to our office at Abia House Central area, or if you're in Lagos, you can visit our office at Ikeja, Agos Building, Ikeja, and we have another one at Lekki. So guys, you have to utilize this opportunity, okay, because we'll be sharing a whole lot of knowledge. The Forex is very, very vast. Come and gain knowledge. And our online classes will be starting tomorrow as well, 7 p.m. Okay, utilize this opportunity, guys. Utilize this opportunity. It's all free. And, free doesn't mean that you won't have an account with Capital Extend. Okay, you can reach out to me, create your account, and you're ready to go. Okay. So.
Okay, see you guys next week, same time, same link. We'll be dropping the recorded session on the group so that you can watch the replay on the group. Thank you all. Good night, everyone. Bye.
Yeah, good night. Good night. Good night.
Bye.
Bye.